The good news. Are you kidding me? Jesus demands you and me to hate our parents and carry our cross. And that's the good news. Jesus went on to tell us 2 parables and told us one more condition to renounce all of your possessions. And that's the good news. I don't know about you, but I find Jesus is way too much. I thought Jesus is loving and merciful and all are welcome. Jesus in today's gospel demands and expects way too much. Did I say too much? Actually, Jesus demands not just too much, but all of you, all of me. Not just 10%, 50%, 99%, but all of us. All of it. So what does Jesus really want? What are his requirements for you and me to be his disciples? He spelled out 3 requirements or conditions of being his disciples: to hate your parents and your life, to carry your cross, and renounce all of your possessions. So let's reflect on each one. The first condition: hate your family and include your own life. So the story begins with a great crowd was traveling with Jesus. Remember, Jesus was on the way to Jerusalem, and a lot of people following him. How many people? I have no idea. I imagine a lot of people following Jesus. Why? Why did people follow Jesus? Perhaps they got healing. Perhaps they consider him as a great teacher. Perhaps they have seen him raise the widow's son from the dead, expel demons. Or perhaps they just follow the crowd without knowing why. So Jesus turned and told them, if anyone comes to me without hating his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciples. Imagine one day I go home and tell my mom, I hate you. How would she react? She would kick me out, right? She definitely would kick me out of the house. So what does Jesus mean when he said hate? At least in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus said, whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves his son and daughters more than me is not worthy of me. Notice in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus used the word love rather than hate. Whoever loves. Okay, I can live with that, right? But in the Gospel of Luke, Jesus used the word hate. So what does it mean? So biblical scholars explain that Luke used the Greek phrase that comes from semantic expression, meaning to love less, to turn away from, or to detach oneself from. Detachment. So the bottom line is this. Jesus demands you and me to love him above anybody else. Jesus asks you and me one ultimate question. Do you love me more than anybody else, including your loved ones? I don't know about you, but I think I can say yes, of course. Until I face with tough choices. Tough choices. Let me share with you a story of a couple to illustrate. Let me call them Teresa and David. Now, Teresa grew up in a Buddhist family, and David in a Catholic family. So one time, Teresa told her mom that she has been dating So her mom got very excited. She asked, what is his religious background? Catholic. Her mom said, you know that we are Buddhist. If you marry him, I won't attend your wedding. That's a tough choice, isn't it? What would you do if you were her? What about David? Now, David, remember, he grew up as a Catholic. Would he give up his religion, his discipleship with Jesus, to marry Teresa? I know a few who choose to give up their Catholic faith to marry somebody else who have a different faith tradition. And they said all religions are the same. All religions are the same. That's their reasons. What do you think? So both David and Teresa talk about religion during their dating. And to make a story short, Teresa decided to become Catholic. A few weeks before her baptism, she has one wish, that her mom could attend her baptism. So she told her mom about her wish and wait for a miracle. When I asked her whether her mom would come, she told me, I have no idea. I will find out the day of. Her mom came. Now, we all want to love Jesus, and we all want to love our parents. What if we face a choice to choose between Jesus and parents, or our spouse or our loved one? That's the test. So the second condition, to carry our cross. As Jesus demands, and I quote, whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciples. Remember, Jesus was on the way to Jerusalem. What for? Now, some of his disciples thought that Jesus was going to overthrow the Roman Empire and become a king. Remember that, right? So Jesus corrected them. Jesus was going to overthrow and destroy not the Roman Empire, but the Satan Empire. The empire of sin and ultimately death. Now, Jesus was going to destroy the Satan Empire, liberating us from the slavery of sin and death for freedom and life. Jesus wants you and me to live and live fully and live abundantly. This is the most difficult mission of all. The most difficult mission of all. But the greatest cause of all in human history. The greatest cause of all in human history. So Jesus needs hundreds, thousands, millions disciples to join his mission. But Jesus demands a lot. Sacrifice. A lot of sacrifices. So Jesus challenged you and me to carry our own cross for his mission. To fight for peace and justice. To fight for love and mercy. To build a world without guns or violence. Without hunger and poverty. And to build a community of helping one another rather than me, myself, and I. You and I will all have experienced sufferings, hardship, and challenges in life, right? Both you and I have crosses to carry. We can either escape it, deny, or carry them, not just for its own sake, but for Jesus' mission. For Jesus' mission. Now, couples can choose to get divorced as a quick solution or to work on for their marriage. My mom struggled for lymphoma cancer for almost 10 years. One time she told me that she wished she died quickly rather than carry her cross of illness. I encourage her to carry her cross with Jesus, to die with him so that she can rise with Jesus, to pray for those who are suffering of illness and for her children. She smiled and said, Amen. So she chose to die naturally, sufferingly, rather than assisting suicide. So the third condition, to renounce all of your possessions. Did Jesus say all? Both you and I know that we all need money, right? If you don't, give me the money. We can use our money for Jesus' mission, to help one another. Or we can allow the money to control our lives and become obstacles for Jesus' mission. You remember the story of the rich young man, right? So he followed God's commandments all of his life, but he still feels a sense of emptiness and incomplete. So one day he asked Jesus, Jesus, good teacher, what must I do to have eternal life? Remember the story, right? Jesus told him, you know what to do already. Keep God's commandments, 10 commandments. And he said, I have been doing that. So Jesus looked at him lovingly and said, give all you have, give it to the poor, and come follow me. The young man walked away sad because he has many possessions. So in today's gospel, Jesus told you and me 3 requirements or conditions to become his disciples. Hate your family and loved ones, carry your own cross, and renounce all of your possessions. Now, you and I know the requirements, so we continue. That's for you and me to answer this week. Amen.